Hi, I'm Sadie. Welcome to this practice of a cooling breath. There are two different versions. One is this tongue roll that some of us genetically can't even do, and some of us can't do based on treatments or surgeries. And then there's another one that the idea is that it implores the same response, and it's a hissing breath. So whether you're hissing or curling, the goal today is to let ourselves cool down. This is for when our system is being warmed on the inside, and it could be something that you have control over and something that you don't. I definitely use this. I've used this at a baseball, tournament halfway through the day. Just like, oh, it can't be any warmer today. So yeah, so letting yourself create that permission. It looks a little silly, and I've been told it's not one that we should be doing in public, but never stops me. So cooling or hissing breath. The cooling, again, the effort is to curl your tongue. And even if you can't curl your tongue, you just end up sticking your tongue out as far as you can. And it draws from, really, it feels like it's drawing all the way down below your stomach, down in your navel. And it gives you that same cooling sensation. And the hissing, same idea, is that with your jaw, your lips pulled back as far as you can, you're able to release some of the tension in your upper body and get that into that thermoregulation system, which is usually closer to your heart. So remember, as a beginner, we're just trying to breathe in and breathe out. Your ratio is about 1-to-1 for your inhale and exhale. Eventually, your exhale will be longer. It'll be twice as long, or 3 or maybe even 4 times the duration of your inhale. Because of the way that we're holding our jaw, it gives you the permission to breathe out a little more slowly. And advanced practitioners, only after you've done a one-on-one with someone who is a professional in breath, and you're welcome to reach out to me or someone else, could you practice anything with breath retention. And any of this stuff, the idea is to do it with a little break between meals, 1 hour before or 2 hours after eating. That's the idea. I definitely have cheated those timelines before, but it does feel better on your stomach when you're using those muscles all the way down to your navel. So does this make sense? We're going to be encouraging this cooling breath, or we're going to be encouraging this hissing breath. Okay? So how does it look? And it's not just that there's a curl if you're doing the curling breath, but you're literally trying to pull your tongue as far out of your mouth as you can. And this is where you'll see that mine doesn't work quite as well in the back. Good. For those whose tongues almost touch their chin, this is where you shine. Get your tongue out as far as you can. But we draw it back in every time we inhale. Okay? So as you inhale, breathing in through your nose, stick your tongue out. And then if you can, with each exhale, you're going to stick your tongue out, and it's like you're trying to blow bubbles right through that straw. If you can, you stay there to inhale and exhale through the straw of your tongue. Eventually letting yourself inhale and exhale through your nose, and then repeat. You'll work up to maybe 2 or 3 minutes of this, okay? So here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay there to breathe in. And out. Continue. Your concern becomes a little bit the saliva too. How do you let yourself be more comfortable with that? Do you notice the cool on your tongue? Can you draw that in? Does it shift and change the way in which the temperature is at your nose, at the back of your mouth, through your throat, and so on? And the further you stick your tongue out, the more you can get that thermoregulation, the more you can get the center of your abdomen to help. Some people lean forward as they do it, putting their hands on their knees or a table, giving themselves a little more pressure to feel like their shoulders are fully supported so that their tongue and abdomen can connect a little bit more. That's our cooling breath. And repeat for as long as you need to. And eventually, as you pull your tongue back in, let it be very relaxed. Your lips will touch, but your jaw is soft, your teeth are spaced in there, and your tongue is heavy. Okay, and see how that changes the way in which you bring in air and the way in which your body temperature regulates itself. Can't do the tongue curling? That's okay. Or the rolling, as it were. We're going to let ourselves do some hissing. This one, you press your teeth together and then you open as big as you can. Your teeth are going to get exposed to the air. Here's the last trick on this one. You're taking your tongue and the tip of your tongue presses up behind your top two teeth. Curl your tongue upward. The lowest part of your tongue touches that upper palate. You can curl it way back if you want to. Some people get it curled almost in on itself. If you aren't able to curl your tongue, you just lift it up to those teeth and let it kind of fatten and flatten there, if that makes any sense. So you're breathing in through the gaps of your teeth, and it's a very aggressive feeling. So it feels like you want to even do it fast. Start to slow it down and notice the temperature. Notice yourself trying to control your breath through your nose, and then notice what is controlled through your reset systems within. Okay, that ratio is 1-to-1, inhale and exhale. Can you curl your tongue back? During that breathing, you sound a little bit like you're hissing. Sometimes this is called your hissing breath, yeah? So how does that feel? Which one cooled you off a little bit more? And what does it mean for your mind to feel cooled off? For some of us, we've gotten so overheated, or those flashes are coming through so much that we just lose all focus, and we're able to focus a little better when we're cooled off. Some of us, when we're cooled off, we take the edge off of our agitation and our discomfort, and we're able to let ourselves be a little more comfortable and therefore a little bit more interconnected or pro-social in our behavior. Yeah, notice how you feel a little differently. Figure out which one works for you. There are no limits on this one. Other ones we say to only do 10 rounds or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. There are no limitations on this. If you end up having to do it every time your body is overheating in a day, and that's 10 times a day for 10 times, fantastic. I'm glad it's working for you. Again, my name is Sadie. Thank you for joining me in this hissing, cooling breath. Happy day.